So this episode wasn't quite what I was expecting. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dude Reviews, and heavy spoilers for Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 2, You Have Been Warned. The episode starts off with this Hashira dude being a little bit of a jerk to this little boy. Immediately, this guy is not giving off a really good first impression. He goes on about how this little boy shouldn't be wasting his time, and all his time should be in service of the Hashiras. For whatever reason, this dude does not respect anyone that is of Hashira level, especially the swordsmiths. I mean, the way he treats this little boy, you'd think the swordsmiths people are like some sort of slaves to the Hashiras, but Tanjiro goes on about how he may not be wrong entirely. Swordsmiths cannot truly be on the same fighting level as Hashiras, but they're equal to them. Without their help, how would their swords be repaired and how would they be able to fight? You see the man who fixed and gave Tanjiro his sword standing behind a tree. I remember this dude from the previous season being mad at Tanjiro when he chipped his sword. I think this guy was about to approach Tanjiro, but Tanjiro ends up praising the swordsmiths, and I think he changed his mind. We find out that the Hashira wanted the key to this mechanical doll, and this left me a little bit speechless. I thought this was an actual real person, or the demon that we saw from the previous episode, the demon with the 6 eyes. But whatever the case is, this demon has 6 arms and he's a pretty damn powerful mechanical doll. The kid tells Tanjiro that the doll was based after an actual swordsman, but due to his unique power skills, they had to make 6 arms to try and replicate his power technique. Tanjiro recognizes the face of the swordsman, and the kid reveals that he was actually from the Sengoku period, which was 300 years ago. Pretty amazing that after all this time, this doll was still able to survive. A female crow with the strangest eyes approaches Tanjiro and the boy. She talks about how powerful this swordsman doll is, and it uses the first breathing technique, sun breathing. Isn't that similar to Tanjiro's technique that he used? Tanjiro then remembers that he dreamt about this man. The kid tells Tanjiro that he may have inherited a memory from his ancestor, which truly reminded me of Shingeki no Kyojin and how the Titan memories are passed on from person to person. I wonder if the showrunners wrote that scene in for just a little laugh, or if it truly is part of the plot. The doll starts to break, the kid starts to cry because he feels like he can't do anything to fix the doll. Tanjiro gives him a little speech on how he should never give up and keep fighting to the very end. Even if he can't win, he could try and pass on his knowledge to the next generation. Despite this scene being a little bit cliche in terms of the whole shonen character giving the speech of never giving up, I found it quite wholesome. The rest of the episode is Tanjiro getting assistance from the little boy and the doll. And mate, this little kid is really getting into this, trying to encourage Tanjiro to say a lot of mean stuff. The thing this kid says to Tanjiro, man, he even gives the Twitter trolls a run for their money. This kid is a brutal training instructor, not even allowing Tanjiro to eat or drink for 3 days straight. But man, in 3 days, he truly grew some muscles. And during the fight, Tanjiro has a daydream. He falls off a bridge. And this really odd, creepy scene of Tanjiro getting massaged by 20 arms. Not only massage him, but they seem to push Tanjiro towards the bottom of the lake, where he finds this mystical stone. As soon as he touches the stone, we cut back to the present day. Tanjiro is able to eat and drink, and he gets even more energy and is able to take down the doll. He lands on his bum, which looked really painful. The doll's head starts to break open and we see a sword sticking out of it. And judging from the age of the doll, it looks like this sword is possibly about 300 years old. I'm guessing whoever made the doll also had this sword and is the owner of the sword. So it looks like this may be the new sword that Tanjiro will use throughout the entire season. And that's how the episode ends. Overall, this episode was a pretty chilled episode. I thought it was going to be a pretty intense episode, Tanjiro versus this demon with 6 eyes. But it turns out to be just a doll. This episode has left me with a lot of questions. Did the man from Tanjiro's dream, aka the demon with 6 eyes, create this doll? Is this the demon's sword? And why can Tanjiro get memories of this person from Tanjiro's flashback scenes? Who knows, we just gotta find out. I'll give this episode a 7 out of 10 and a B-. Not a whole lot happened, it was chill, but tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like this video, subscribe for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did review signing out.